Are you looking for peace of mind at your doorstep? Look no further. With the Blink Video Doorbell, your home's entrance is always within your control. Check out the link in the video description to learn more and get your Blink Video Doorbell on Amazon. Your home is in your hands.
King Charles set tongues wagging among royal fans during his visit to the Channel Islands this week after he appeared to lose his temper, but it's not the first time one of the monarch's snappier moments has been caught on camera. The monarch, 75, snapped at an aide to help Queen Camilla as she struggled to get her coat on while battling wind and rain while undergoing engagements in Jersey on Monday. It's just one of many of the royal's spicy moments over the years, including his notorious comments about BBC royal correspondent Nicholas Witchell in 2005 when he called the journalist an awful man under his breath during a press conference and photo opportunity on the ski slopes at Closters. In 2022, Charles vented his frustration at a leaky pen while signing the visitor's book at Hillsborough Castle, telling courtiers he can't bear this bloody thing. Just a few days earlier, the king furiously motioned for an aide to move an ink pot as he signed documents when he was proclaimed the new king. Meanwhile, last year a frustrated King Charles moaned we can never be on time as he waited in coach outside Westminster Abbey ahead of his coronation, lip readers claimed. Here female looks at Charles's most fiery moments over the years, which happened in view of the whole world. Camilla's coat. Charles got cranky with an aide who didn't think to help Queen Camilla as she struggled to get her coat on yesterday. Camilla, who turned 77 today, was meeting members of the public in St. Helier as part of a 2-day visit to the Channel Islands with her husband Charles. At one point the royal couple braved the rain and strong winds as they watched a military parade through the town. But after popping up a Perspex umbrella, the Queen struggled to get her arm through her coat. Charles, who was also holding an umbrella, then attempted to help with wife out before turning to an aide to ask for help. The monarch looked visibly annoyed at the struggle to get the coat on, before the aide helped Her Majesty slip her arm through the coat. Seething on the slopes. In 2005, Charles, William and Harry held a brief press conference and photo opportunity on the slopes at Closters. Surrounded by cameras, journalists and microphones, the BBC's long-serving royal correspondent, Nicholas Witchell, asked an agreed question as to how the Prince of Wales felt about the forthcoming wedding. Charles gave a somewhat unhelpful answer, "I'm glad you've heard of it," then sitting next to his sons, expanded on his true feelings. "I hate doing this, bloody people. I can't bear that man anyway. I mean, he is so awful, he really is. I hate these people." However, privately he thought he had been speaking. Charles's words were caught by a microphone on the slopes and subsequently broadcast to the world. The Prince of Wales's spokesman at the time, Paddy Harverson, explained the situation later. Nicholas was in the firing line when the prince was expressing his general frustration at the paparazzi, and it boiled over at the first person to ask a question. It wasn't personal. He does regret saying it. He really didn't mean to take it out on Nicholas. Leaky pen. In 2022, the king blasted a leaking pen that threatened to ruin his mood just hours after the then-new monarch was warmly embraced by the people of Belfast. Charles, who sat inside the royal residence of Hillsborough Castle, Northern Ireland, appeared flustered by dripping ink as he tried signing a book towards the end of his visit. Charles, who had lost his mother Queen Elizabeth just days earlier, complained about the pen he was using to sign his name, announcing he can't bear this bloody thing as he appeared to furiously rub the ink from his fingers. The Queen later suggested it was leaking and asked for a replacement, as the king briskly turned on his heels and left the room flanked by aides. The faulty instrument was swiftly removed and replaced by flustered courtiers before Camilla sat down to sign the book herself from inside the historic residence. The clip began with Charles asking what the date was, as he prepared to sign a visitor's book in front of cameras. Venting his frustration as the pen begins to malfunction, the king exclaimed, "God, I hate this pen," as he handed it over to the queen consort. He added, "I can't bear this thing every stinking time." Inkgate. A few days before.